Welcome to your Cyber Tips Explainer, where we make everyday people understand the cyber world around us.
All right, let's kick this off with a number. A really, really big number. $150 million.
And no, that's not a lottery jackpot. That's how much was stolen in just one cyber heist. And guess what? Federal investigators have now traced it all the way back to the huge LastPass data breach from 2022.
So, the big question is, how on earth did a breach at a password manager lead to this? And, maybe more importantly, what does it all mean for you? Let's get into it.
Okay, so the investigation uncovered this crazy chain of events. And it didn't start in some high-tech, super secure lab like in the movies. Nope, it all started in an employee's home.
So check this out. It all started with an unupdated Plex media server on a senior employee's home computer. That was the crack in the armor. From there, the attacker snuck in and installed a keylogger to record everything the employee typed. And what did it grab? You guessed it, the master password for their LastPass account. With that single password, it was pretty much game over. The attacker got into the corporate vault, grabbed the decryption keys, and boom, downloaded backups of millions of customer vaults, all from one personal computer.
But here's where it gets even scarier. The biggest danger wasn't just the stolen data itself. It was the huge gap between what LastPass promised you and what they actually delivered.
This really gets to the core of the issue. See, LastPass sold everyone on their zero-knowledge architecture. The idea was, hey, even we can't see your sensitive stuff. Sounds great, right? Well, the reality was not so great. It turns out a whole bunch of data was stolen completely unencrypted. We're talking website URLs, your billing address, your email, even your IP address. Your passwords might have been locked up, but this other stuff, it basically gave hackers a perfect roadmap of your entire digital life.
Just think about it for a second. The unencrypted URLs told attackers exactly where you have accounts. Oh, you use this specific bank or that crypto exchange? They knew. This wasn't just random data. It was a targeting list, letting them create super convincing, personalized phishing attacks that you'd be way more likely to fall for.
So after all this, what's the big takeaway? What can we actually learn from this whole mess? Well, it all comes down to a really important security concept called zero trust.
So what is zero trust? It's pretty simple, actually. The motto is never trust, always verify. Basically, you stop putting all your faith in one single company or one magic password. Instead, you assume that any system can be breached, and you build layers of defense. It's about being prepared for the worst, not just hoping for the best.
So, what can you do right now? Here is your zero trust action plan. First, and this is critical, rotate your secrets. If your vault was exposed, you have to change every single password in it because hackers could crack that stolen copy years from now. Second, for anything really high value, like crypto seed phrases, use hardware wallets. Just don't store them in an online password manager. Keep that stuff offline, period. Third, maybe look at some open source alternatives like Bitwarden, which encrypt all fields, including those URLs we talked about. And finally, segregate your devices. The whole LastPass disaster started because personal and work stuff got all mixed up. Keep them separate.
At the end of the day, remember this. Security isn't a product you buy. It's a process you follow. It's a mindset. Subscribe to this channel, like and share this video with someone you deeply care about to have a foolproof cyber defense.